Hey everybody and welcome back. I am Eric for President and you know the drill, your one-stop shop for 5 VR stories you missed over the past couple of days. We're going to be talking about ways to make your Oculus Link even better for those who need more space. We're going to be talking about Left 4 Dead VR possibly coming, as well as a game for the first time, a big name game that I highly advise the wait on, and more. A few wonderful VR moments you missed. Happy birthday grandma, officially 101 years old, playing VR for the first time. I bet she never thought when she was just a little girl that this would be happening in her life. Happy birthday, this is amazing. The holidays are approaching and likely everyone's getting their Oculus Quest, and this is also likely what's to happen when your friends play for the first time. Remember, the Guardian system is your friend. And lastly, Phil Dunphy from Modern Family has been outed as the G-Man himself because this is uncanny. I don't know how he got away with it for so long, but this makes me happy. All links for these will be in the description. The studio's coming along nicely. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments, but let's make a little game. Leave a like to support this video since it's been a little bit since I last posted. And also let me know that little space back there. I got something coming forward in about a week or two, but let me know your guesses down in the comments. With that being said, I'm glad to be uploading again. Let's get into the VR news. Cheers. So of course, after searching high and low for an Oculus Link cable above 3 meters that I found quality and that I liked, I've been unable to do so, and I'm patiently waiting, like many of you, for the 5-meter cable that's going to be coming straight from Facebook and Oculus for the Oculus Link. In an article on Upload VR by David Heaney, they have some tried, true, and tested Oculus Link extension cables. That way you have more room to be playing while you're waiting for Oculus to get around to releasing their 5-meter cable. Let's get into it. Starting with users who have a dedicated USB 3C slot, start with your 3-meter Oculus Link cable, one we have talked about before, the PowerLine 3M cable. Pairing this with the DISDIM USB-C extension adapter will provide you with an extra 6 feet of valuable breathing room to make those Guardian boundaries even larger without sacrificing performance. Now, like we talked about last time, the PowerLine does come with a USB-A adapter for those without a dedicated USB-C slot. However, like Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis and Upload VR, they had issues with it. I myself had no issues with the adapter for the PowerLine cable, however keep that in mind when making your purchasing decision. For those who could not get the PowerLine adapter working and do not have a dedicated USB-C slot on their PC, go with the Anker PowerLine USB-C cable, which is 10 feet and originally recommended by Oculus as the interim cable until theirs releases. Pair this with the Amazon Basics USB 3.0 extension cable and add another 6.5 feet to enjoy your play space without sacrificing performance. Overall, even with the extension cables, these seem to be performing very well in conjunction together, and I'll be eagerly waiting for Oculus and Facebook to release their 5-meter cable. That way I can test that, because ultimately 3 meters works for many people, however for many it doesn't, including myself, and I want a much larger cable. But let me know if you've tried any of these cables down in the comments and let me know your opinions on them. For those following my channel for a while, you know I'm a cup half full type of person, and at this channel we try to find the positives in every story. However, there's a big game coming out that people have been waiting years for, and I'm going to say please wait on it. Please wait in reviews, and I'll get into why. I'm insanely interested to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Nostos is a cross-platform multiplayer game for PC and VR in an open-world setting where Oriental animation elements are found. You can explore with friends, discover historical sites and remains of war, build shelters and fight, uncovering the truth hidden by time, and tasting the past stories of hope or regret. Furthermore, it being crossplay with PC, to me is an ideal way to move VR forward. Having PC and VR players interact with each other leads to interest and experience Nostos in a different way. However, I did get to play this game early testing wise, and I was not silent on it. It was not good. And it wasn't because the game itself was bad or anything like that. Yes, it had its bugs just like every alpha or beta may have. However, it was clear to me one thing: Nostos was made with PC in mind first. And it wasn't that VR was just second, but in reality it was 5th on the list because all VR elements were very janky and it was overall a horrible experience. Being an RPG-like game, even MMO-ish, it's going to take you much longer than 2 hours to decide that if this game is right for you, and at the time you figure out if you like it or don't, you're probably well past your window for returns. This game is going to be coming out on all major headsets and playable with the Oculus Quest using the Link, and I would highly advise anyone interested in Nostos, if you're not dedicated to being an early adopter and getting through what may be irredeemable bugs for a VR player, highly wait to look for reviews, see if it's for you, and wait and wait and wait. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Let's talk about an awesome looking Oculus Quest accessory coming in January of 2020. And no, this is not a sponsored post. I have not been contacted by the company in any way, but I think this is going to solve a lot of problems with the Quest and make it easily accessible to many people, and I'm interested to see if something that you'd be interested in using. Rebuff Reality is a company that has recently popped up in 2019, bringing some cool looking accessories to the Oculus Quest. Now yes, we do have the Fraken Quest mod using the HTC Vive Deluxe audio strap. A good tutorial on that can be found on MRTV, Mixed Reality TV. Links for that channel will be in the description. A new option is available for pre-order now, launching in January 2020, that aims to take a lot of those deluxe audio straps benefits that came to the Oculus Quest, make it standard and much more easier to use. VR power significantly increases the battery life of the Oculus Quest with digitally optimized battery power, while also adding counterbalance with weight that greatly improves comfort. It even thought to add an extra USB-C charging port for additional accessories that may be coming in the future, and the ability to use the Oculus Link while using this product. Now yes, like I brought up numerous times, the deluxe audio strap is out there to make the Quest mod. However, to many people, that's just not something A, they want to spend the money on, or B, want to mod their Oculus Quest on something that's not intended for the product. And something like this makes it easy, makes it simple, and it's designed specifically for the Oculus Quest that may entice more users to buy it, try it, and make the Oculus Quest a much more pleasurable experience overall. Now, I will be pre-ordering this, trying it out, and we'll let you know my thoughts down in January, but let me know down in the comments if something like this interests you, and early adopters if you'll be trying it out as well. So Left 4 Dead VR could be the next Valve title in their orange box theory of Valve releases, according to Tyler McVicker of the Valve News Network in a SteamVR leak. Now, of course, Tyler gets hype about everything Valve related, but he was one of the first ones to talk about Half-Life VR, and look where we are now, guys. In a video posted to the Valve News Network titled Half-Life Alyx and Left 4 Dead leaks found in SteamVR, check it out in the description for more info on this, because I am sure I'm super simplifying this all, but Tyler McVicker went through SteamVR and the recent updates found strings of code related to Left 4 Dead, and he has some theories. Left 4 Dead 3 was in development and very far into said development cycle, but ultimately not finished or pursued to the dismay of many. According to the Valve News Network, this next Left 4 Dead was to be both for VR and PC, and involve a class system similar to Team Fortress 2. There were to be 8 classes, and in a recent update, VR-specific SteamVR code strings include these on screen here, which come directly from Left 4 Dead 2, ready to go for VR, and all in that list are NPC codes. There are also these strings for weapon sounds and specials that relate to, again, class-based NPCs, and these are not Team Fortress confirmed. According to Tyler, it's basically his theory that Valve cannot release Half-Life Alyx and then have a long delay between their next release if they want to keep interest from developers and possibly those turning into AAA developers to keep making amazing games for the Valve Index platform. Working on games that were already very far into their development cycle, it's Tyler's theory that Valve should be doing this, that way they have more titles they can release in a quicker time frame. That way they of course leave less dead space between their major releases, keeping interest, like I said earlier, for more developers to keep investing into the Valve platform. Now this is all speculation, and Tyler admitted that himself. However, with everything he has been correct with on VR so far, his enthusiasm in this and what he has found, I'm very hopeful that Left 4 Dead VR will be the next title coming from Valve, but that will be seen once it happens. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Left 4 Dead is going to be the next game coming from Valve, or will be a different one, maybe Portal, something like that? Let me know down in the comments. And for our final story, something fun to wrap up on, and disclaimer, I know what you're about to see is only feasible for a very small percentage of the people in the world. However, it is a time machine into the future of what VR avatars will be doing, looking like, and basically how they feel. And it's a very fun thing to show. Reactant VR shows off his 11-point avatar used in Nostos VR. Yes, I know, again, this is not something feasible to anyone but the niche few, but it's still something important to discuss and show where we are heading. Reactant VR is using the Vive Pro headset, 8 Vive trackers, index controllers, and the Vive wireless adapter. Take note on how real this avatar looks, down to the movements around the knees and elbows, to eye tracking, and even pupil dilation. Now, everything you see in this video is well over $3,000. Basically, you'd be probably pushing 4K even with all the mounts and everything you need. But just take a look at how seamless, how amazing this avatar and how lifelike it looks. Facebook Labs is working on things like this, as well as other developers in easier ways where you'll need less hardware and you can do it through more software. However, once this becomes the standard, this may be the new way that we communicate with meetings, with friends, with family, with people. If the avatars look and felt this real in the future, how does our communication change overall? With the way avatars are going right now, say in VR chat and other games, some don't have finger support, mouth tracking, eye tracking are very basic, and you notice that when you're VR, it still looks like your basic VR avatar. Yet as things get more and more sophisticated and look like this, does the line between an avatar and the person blur? I don't know, I think it does, and I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out, and if I could afford it, I'd be trying that right now, but that's just well out of my wheelhouse at this time. That's gonna be it for this video though. Make sure to hit that like button, that way the YouTube gods share this video out there. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss an upload. Join the spaceship on Patreon. Everything invested into Patreon goes right back to y'all, and as always, I will see you on the next one. VR Space Cowboys, cheers.